Hey guys, this is Paul Lozick, and it is June the 7th. I want to give you a brief update on what's going on with Same Boat Ministries. Um, it can be very disheartening listening to the news and watching what's going on around us in our nation and in the world. But I want to quote for you from Psalm 46:10. It says, "Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the heathen. I will be exalted in the earth." And so, with no further ado, I'm going to share my screen with you and bring you kind of up to date with what's going on right now in Peru. That's where Dede and I have been working now with Texans on Mission out of the Dallas area. They are an amazing rescue team. And we were just down there with them 5 or 6 weeks ago. And before I forget, we will be going back to Cajamarca, Peru this next Monday, June the 15th through the 26th. So keep us in prayer. So, um, I'd like to just share a little bit about what's going on. And this is stuff that you, through your support and your prayers, have allowed us to continue to do. And so I want to encourage you to let you know that in spite of what we hear in the world today, God is still at work and the minutes are passing by. Someday, could be today, tomorrow, in a week or a month or a year, who knows? Uh, Everything's going to end and God will make himself known and we will be with him forever. So it's very important that we keep the pedal to the metal and not give up. So I'm going to talk to you about a number of communities. This is Capulipampa. Capulipampa is located at 12,000 feet up in the mountains, the Andes. It's a community of about 120 families. This is the school where we often operate out of. This is next door. The people live in a very primitive fashion. The reason we went to Capulipampa is because basically this is where they were getting their drinking water. This is a pond that fills up from high mountain streams formed by the rain in the rainy season. But in the dry season, this thing turns into a mud puddle. And these guys end up going hours to look for water every single day. And so uh, we spent some time with them, and a well was drilled for them. And so now we are about a years later, and they have been working very hard to extend water lines way down into this valley. And we've been helping them because there's certain technological things. This is Mitch in the blue and Julio on his right. They are from Texans on Mission. Mitch is the water impact director. That's Gabriel on the left. He is an engineer. He is our, if you will, director of what we call Tejanos and Peruanos en Misión, Texans and Peruvians on Mission. And he runs basically the operation. He's the one we work with when we're in Peru. So on this particular date, 5 or 6 weeks ago, we were there because we had asked them to build what we call pressure brake boxes, because every 40 meters or so in vertical height, as you go down the mountain, you have to stop the flow of water. Otherwise, it will burst the tubes. And so the people of the community got together and began to work to not only put in the water lines, but as you will see in this short video, here they are way down there. Here's a group that is building a pressure brake box. And as we scan over to the right in the valley, way down there, you will see they've connected that one by water lines to another one that we're going to zoom into here shortly. This is a tremendous amount of work that these people are doing. It's unbelievable. And they do it all by hand with shovels and pickaxes. There's another group way down there building a break box. And then we're moving over here to another one that's closer to the road. And you can see this one right here. Okay. So here's Mitch inspecting this particular break box. And all of this so that the water can be moved from the well down the hill, down the mountain into the valley to the people that need it. This is Alex on the left. He is a pastor at a town called Jesus, of all things, Jesus. And on the right is Luis Miguel. He is also a pastor. They work together in these communities with us. That's Alex's fairly young little girl still. And this is Alex's wife, Leida. She's leading some children here at the school in an activity. So evangelization is going on in every one of these communities. There's a process where they are reading regularly weekly Bible studies, and then it's followed up with some of the pastors and eventually helping these people with more deep information about the Bible and sound Bible doctrines. This is another community, Marcobamba, and so here we are on this date with Gabriel explaining to some in the community what it is that we could do for them if they agree to our terms and conditions. We can bring a water well. And so this is where they were drinking out of when the rainy season's on. This has water in it, shared by animals and the people and everybody. But in the summertime, it dries up. And so we went in and we drilled one well. It was not a good well. We could not find water even at 300 feet. So this is the second well we drilled, and we did find water here. So here's the community, probably a month or so ago, coming together, basically working all together with concrete and rocks and sand and dirt to build this facility that encloses and protects the well from animals and other things. And we were kind of here just to inspect. That's again Mitch and Julio. You see Gabriel on the right. And so this is kind of how we finish out the wells. The little house protects the motor and the different components, and then it's up to them to create the distribution system to get the water to the houses. This is another community called Las Arenas. And in Las Arenas, we've got a well already drilled. It's again way up the hill and it distributes to 100 plus families that are spread out across the valley. On this particular well, we found, after doing the water sample, arsenic and aluminum in the water, which we cannot allow them to drink. So we're having to go even further and put in a type of filter that removes heavy metals and other poisons that would harm them. Mitch and Texans on Mission are willing to go these extra lengths and expense and time to get the water to the communities, even though it is a lot of work. This is one of those pressure brake boxes that is installed to receive the water from the well, and then it's distributed downstream to the people. Here's another place we're working right now called San Pedro. This place was much more difficult. It's higher up. It's got a lot of stone and rock underground. Over on the left, you see Jaime. He is our driller, has been working in the area for many, many years. He's got in his hands the divining rods. And so here we're looking at different areas to try to find a place that's accessible that also shows promise of water underground. So oftentimes there's a lot of walking and climbing to get to these places. And then here's a video showing where we finally located the water using Jaime and his divining rods. FYI, we do also use electronic equipment often to help substantiate what we believe we have found underground using the rods. Looking from San Pedro, looking for water. Looking down into the valley where Cajamarca is. So this is some heavy equipment to prepare the site before drilling. And here is the water well equipment prior to starting the operation. And we're working right now in San Pedro. I think the last heard we were down at 60 or 70 meters. Um, that's probably 240 plus feet. And this is one of the Bible study groups here. You can see they have some packages in their hand. These are little toiletry and verses and things like that that are given out by Texans on Mission. This is another community we're working in called Chinchin Luchupucro in Peru. We have not drilled there yet. These are some of the water committee members that we work with in every community. Um, this is where we started looking. This is a well that was built in 1995 by the Baptists that has since quit functioning. The area is called Chinchin Luchupucro, and it's got three different schools here on the site with about 200 students. It's about 5 or 10 minute drive past Marcobamba, where we will be going next to see the well that's already been completed. So the water for these places comes from high mountain springs. So with the water, uh, if you will, the water uh, team from that community, we go up and look. This is a tank that they have that fills basically this small reservoir, which is used just for animals. So it's not for drinking for the humans. So in order to find where we can drill, we have to often go way up to these higher areas like this and stomp around for 20, 30 minutes up these hills and up these mountains and look for water because we are going to primarily gravity feed these places. So here is another community. This is actually at a school in a town called Yimbe. And here's some of the students. And you can see way in the background there, that's part of the team. And these guys had no water in the dry season. So these students had no water, not for bathroom facilities or for drinking or cooking or anything like that. So Texans on Mission came in and drilled them a water well. And that is functioning now. Here's the completed well. And basically, these people now have water. So I'm going to stop my sharing here if I can. And just to let you guys know, um, this is God working through people that are going places that some people don't want to go. Mitch and Julio and all these people are pretty amazing. And so I just want to let you know that we'd appreciate it if you would keep these operations in prayer. I need you to know that later this year, we are talking to Texans on Mission about a Venezuela Peru connection. I can't really go into detail right now, but there are things opening up in Venezuela through our team in with Jose Angel at the Baptist camp, with Francelis and his wife, teaching Bible training courses on the island of Margarita, and others spread around the country. So we'll talk more about that later. So thank you for your prayers. Thank you for your support.